A 72-year-old man stepped into my clinic and said, "Doctor, I thought intimacy was behind me until I swapped just 4 vegetables in my meals." He wasn't on any pills, he didn't resort to anything drastic, yet his blood flow, vitality, and self-assurance completely shifted. I'm Dr. James, a men's health expert with over 3 decades of experience helping older men rediscover their energy, circulation, and connection without relying on risky drugs. What if the secret to greater intimacy after 60 isn't found in a pill, supplement, or secret method, but is quietly waiting in your kitchen? In this video, I'll walk you through the 4 vegetables that naturally enhance circulation, clear blood vessels, especially those vital to your masculinity, and reignite intimacy. Stick with me because the last one is an often overlooked veggie that works so rapidly, it might even catch your doctor off guard. Before we go further, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you never miss tips that could uplift your circulation, confidence, and connection after 60. If you're finding this useful so far, drop a 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 and tell me how I can better support your wellness path. Now that you've discovered the true key to restoring intimacy after 60 may be hiding in your kitchen, let's explore the 4 powerful vegetables quietly transforming the lives of older men, one plate at a time. 1. Beets, nature's nitric oxide engine. When I first recommended beets to older men, many laughed. Beets? Seriously, doc? But just weeks later, they'd return with renewed hope and sometimes awe. They'd say things like, "I feel so much more alive," or "My wife and I, we feel close again." That's when I knew we were onto something extraordinary. Beets aren't just another vegetable, they're a natural miracle for circulation, especially for men over 60. They're rich in dietary nitrates. When eaten, your body converts these into nitric oxide. This molecule relaxes and widens blood vessels, enabling blood to flow smoothly throughout your body, including areas essential for intimacy and energy. As we age, our nitric oxide production falls. That's partly why older adults struggle with cold extremities, fatigue, and yes, bedroom issues. Beets help turn that around. In fact, research shows beet juice can boost circulation within hours. One clinical trial noted improved stamina and lowered blood pressure in older adults who consumed it daily. But beyond numbers, it's about how you feel. Better blood flow means more vitality, more presence, more confidence. And that's the core of intimacy, feeling like yourself again, not just enduring each day. It's about showing up physically and emotionally. Beets also shield your arteries lining with antioxidants like betalains and vitamin C, promoting lasting heart and vessel health. They benefit your heart, brain, and hormones. Some of my patients report that after just a few weeks of eating roasted beets or drinking beet smoothies, they felt warmth and reconnection not just in their bodies, but in their relationships. Here's a simple kitchen tip. Try a beet salad with lemon juice and olive oil. This combo improves nutrient absorption and amplifies nitric oxide production. And we're only getting started. If beets alone can support stronger circulation and revive intimacy, imagine pairing them with leafy greens that keep vessels supple and energy steady. Let's continue with the next vegetable, one that's been quietly helping men feel grounded, vibrant, and strong again. If you're still with me and finding this helpful, type 1 in the comments. Now let's uncover the second vegetable that could help you restore your intimacy and circulation after 60. 2. Spinach, the quiet champion of circulation. I'll never forget a man in his late 60s who came to see me. He wasn't emotionally distant from his partner, but physically something had changed. His energy was fading, and intimacy felt harder to reach. He wasn't ready for medications, so I offered a simple shift: eat spinach every day. He looked doubtful, but gave it a shot. A month later, he walked in beaming. "Doc," he said, "I think something's flowing again." Spinach might not seem exciting, but its impact on blood flow is extraordinary, especially for older men. Like beets, it's high in natural nitrates. Your body turns into nitric oxide. That same molecule relaxes vessels, improves circulation, and allows blood to reach even your smallest capillaries. When that blood reaches all the right places, your heart, brain, and yes, your most intimate areas, you don't just function better, you feel more alive. But spinach brings more. It's rich in magnesium and potassium, two minerals that regulate blood pressure and relax muscles. That's vital after 60, when blood vessels often stiffen. Magnesium helps soften those vessels, boosting flow and reducing tension. This supports overall health and restores the physical basis for closeness and connection. Spinach also promotes hormone balance. Magnesium quietly supports testosterone, while antioxidants like lutein and vitamin C help protect blood vessels from aging. The outcome? Less inflammation, more stable blood pressure, and improved stamina on every level. I often suggest tossing a handful of spinach into morning eggs or blending it into smoothies. Even raw in a salad with olive oil and lemon can yield powerful results. It's not a flashy change, but over time it helps foster stronger circulation, warmer hands and feet, and a warmer connection too. And here's what's beautiful. Spinach works best when it joins forces. Because there's another humble food that doesn't just aid blood flow, it cleans blood vessels from the inside out. It's sharp, ancient, and might just surprise you. Let's dive in. 3. Garlic, the purifier of your circulatory system. Garlic tends to catch people off guard. Many see it as just a flavorful addition to a pan. But what if this pungent bulb could help restore something many men think is gone for good? Stronger blood flow, renewed confidence, the ability to truly connect again. One of my patients, 71 years old, once confided that he'd been avoiding intimacy, not due to lack of desire, but out of embarrassment. His energy dipped, his circulation slowed, nothing worked. We didn't start with prescriptions, we started with garlic. I told him, use a clove or two daily, crush it, let it sit for a minute before cooking. He was skeptical, but he followed through. Weeks later, he said, "Doc, I didn't see this coming, but I feel different, warmer, stronger, more like myself." The secret? A compound released when garlic is chopped or crushed. Allicin helps relax blood vessels, ease arterial stiffness, and lower blood pressure. But what matters most for men over 60 is this. It enhances the blood's ability to reach every part of your body, including those tied to intimacy and connection. With better blood flow, you don't just perform better, you feel more in tune with yourself and your partner. Garlic also fights inflammation, which often blocks circulation in the first place. By easing this hidden inflammation, garlic restores flow where it's most needed, not just to your heart and brain, but to your confidence and sense of pleasure. What I love most, garlic works naturally, gently, and reliably. No harsh effects, no pressure, just slow, steady restoration. Roast it whole, saute it with spinach, mix it into salad dressings. Garlic becomes more than a flavor, it becomes a healing ally. And if you think this is all too simple to be effective, just wait. Because the next vegetable doesn't only boost blood flow, it may even increase desire itself. It's crisp, it's refreshing, and in ancient cultures it was a symbol of masculine strength. Let's reveal it next. If you're still watching and these ideas are resonating, drop a 1 in the comments to let me know you're here. Now, let's move forward to the 4th vegetable that can quietly restore your circulation and revive the closeness you may have been missing. 4. Celery. The quiet champion of blood flow. Celery probably isn't the first thing that comes to mind when you think about rekindling intimacy and energy. But let me share something with you. One of my patients, a 66-year-old man named Richard, came to see me feeling distant from his partner. "The spark's still there," he said, "but my body won't catch up." He wasn't overweight, he wasn't ill, he was just stuck. I asked him to make one small change to his routine. 2 celery stalks every morning. He chuckled at the idea but gave it a try, and within 3 weeks his energy lifted. His blood pressure dipped slightly and the warmth returned, not just in his circulation, but in his connection. Celery is among the most overlooked foods when it comes to supporting blood flow. It's rich in natural compounds called phthalates, which relax the muscles lining your arteries and promote freer circulation. This is exactly what older men need, especially those over 60, who often experience stiffened vessels and slower flow to key areas. When blood reaches every part of your body without struggle, intimacy becomes easier, more instinctive, and less of a challenge. But that's only part of the story. Celery also hydrates deeply and contains minerals like potassium and magnesium, essential for heart rhythm, nerve health, and healthy blood flow. It's incredibly detoxifying too, flushing out excess sodium and lowering internal pressure that may be blocking smooth circulation. There's another reason I often recommend celery to men wanting to rediscover their confidence and connection. It contains apigenin, a plant compound that boosts testosterone and lowers inflammation, two sneaky forces that slowly erode a man's drive over time. And since it's low in calories but high in impact, celery fits effortlessly into any routine. Whether you juice it, pair it with almond butter, or add it to soup, it's a meaningful step toward restoring intimacy. I've watched this transformation again and again. Men who believed their prime was long behind them discover they simply needed the right fuel. And celery, believe it or not, often plays a silent yet pivotal role. Now let's zoom out for a moment, because while these four vegetables are powerful on their own, something even greater is at play. It's not just about what they do individually, it's about what they represent. Let's explore how food, when chosen wisely, becomes far more than fuel. It becomes medicine for your heart, your body, and your most intimate life. A larger truth: food as intimacy medicine. Over the years, I've cared for thousands of older men, some discouraged, some quietly surrendering, and others simply searching for a little hope. And there's one truth I've come to know. The topic of intimacy after 60 is much too quiet. Too many have been led to believe that when energy fades or connection feels distant, aging is to blame, and there's nothing left but resignation or prescriptions. But that's not the whole truth. And I say this not only as a physician, but as someone who's listened deeply to the fears and longings of men for decades. What I've witnessed is that food, when chosen with care, becomes more than just nourishment. It becomes healing. Not the kind kept in a bottle, but the kind that flows through your bloodstream, lifts your confidence, and restores a part of you that felt lost. Think about it. Each of the vegetables we discussed today doesn't just help blood pressure or boost energy. They do something more intimate. They bring blood where it hasn't freely gone in years. They bring warmth back to your hands, power to your walk, and connection in your closest moments. They rebuild the physical foundation of closeness, so touch feels genuine again, so you no longer worry if your body will show up when the moment calls. The truth is, your body hasn't forgotten how to be close. It simply needs the right support. And that support doesn't always come from a pill. It can come from your kitchen. I've had men tell me they started to feel hopeful again after simply adding spinach or beets to their meals, not because it was magic, but because it was a quiet, daily choice to fight for vitality, a decision to believe that life doesn't stop giving just because you've turned 60 or 70, that your best days, your most meaningful moments can still lie ahead. So when someone tells you it's just aging, I want you to remember this: aging is inevitable, decline is not. And often, the path back to your strongest self begins with something as humble as a vegetable and a deep belief that you still deserve to feel alive. A better life, one bite at a time. As we near the close of this journey, I want to speak to you not as a doctor reading charts or lab reports, but as someone who stood beside thousands of men facing quiet frustrations, silent questions, and the yearning to feel whole again. Maybe you've been there too. Maybe you've sat alone, wondering why the spark is dimmed or why your body isn't responding like it used to. Maybe you've told yourself this is just what getting older feels like. But I want you to pause right here and hear something that I've seen unfold time and again. Aging doesn't mean losing your vitality. It doesn't mean losing your connection. It doesn't mean losing desire. It's simply a new chapter. And what you give your body in this chapter matters more than ever. We began today with a simple truth: Better circulation is the core of intimacy. Without it, energy fades, closeness weakens, and confidence quietly slips away. But we also uncovered something powerful. Everyday foods, simple, natural, and available, can help bring it all back. Beets with their nitric oxide boosts and blood flowing where it matters most, not just for function, but for feeling. Spinach, rich in magnesium and plantonitrates, relaxes vessels and regulates your heart's rhythm. Garlic, strong and modest, acts as a cleanser, clearing blockages and taming inflammation that quietly holds you back. And celery, light, crisp, and often ignored, relaxes vessels, balances hormones, and nurtures your most personal needs. These aren't superfoods because they're trendy. They're super because they work. For real men in real life, men who thought their best years were over, found themselves waking up feeling stronger, warmer, more connected, not through miracle cures, but through small, daily choices that made all the difference. I've always believed that food is one of the greatest tools we have to reshape our stories. It's not just about numbers on a chart. It's about the life you want to live, the laughter you still want to share, the hand you still want to hold, the nights you still want to remember. These 4 vegetables may seem basic, but used with purpose, they unlock something much deeper. Renewed trust in your body, renewed connection with your partner, and renewed faith in what's still possible. You deserve that, no matter your age, no matter your past, because the truth is, it's never too late to reclaim the part of you that you thought was gone. The body can still heal, rebuild, and surprise you when given the chance. So tonight, as you sit down to eat, maybe the table looks a little different. Maybe you add roasted beets. Maybe you saute spinach and garlic. Maybe you pour a fresh glass of celery juice to start the morning. Whatever it is, let it be more than food. Let it be a quiet promise, a step toward more energy, deeper closeness and connection that lasts beyond the plate. Because every bite you take is a choice to live again. And the better you feel within, the more fully you can be there for those who matter most. You've come this far, and I truly believe with the right knowledge and consistent steps, your best days aren't behind you. They're still ahead. Let this be your fresh start. If this message resonated with you, take one small action today. Add one of these vegetables to your next meal and feel the difference for yourself. And if this helps, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell, and share this video with someone who needs it. Let's keep the conversation going. Type "I'm ready" in the comments if you're taking your first step toward better circulation, deeper intimacy, and a richer life after 60.